Hope you're well. Welcome back to JVceo. Today we're going to take it back home, right? If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, like and comment. Today we're going to take it back home, right? I've recently purchased a parcel of land which measures about an acre. Alongside my brothers, my two brothers, I've also purchased the other parcel which also measures an acre collectively. So I've got an acre, they have an acre together. But obviously prior to closing out and sending over the remaining half of the payment, a few things have propped up, and it's not a cause for concern, but it's a cause for clarity. So I'm going to give the seller a call to try and clarify a few bits, and then I'm going to give the surveyor a call to try and clarify a few bits as well. So this video is really for those that are interested in buying land in Nigeria. You're probably going to pick up quite a lot of things from it, and you know, at least that way you could understand how I'm doing my due diligence as well. Anyways, enjoy the video. I'm going to make the phone calls now, but before we actually make the phone calls, I'm going to tell you what we're going to go through. 6 different points. First one, I'm going to ask the seller for the original survey that he bought the land with, and the page where our particular parcels is marked out on that original survey. Secondly, I've got the seller's memorandum of sale, but then it doesn't include the dates. Obviously, generally speaking, in Nigeria, sometimes you'd have multiple copies of the same agreement, and you may only have the full date on one of the copies, maybe the original, but on the other ones you wouldn't really have the date on it, but at least it should have the year, so that other people that looks at that document can understand when you bought that particular land. In this case, it's literally just a memorandum of sale with his name, with all the signatures, but there's no date on it. So it literally says on so it says on blank of blank of blank, so it doesn't have a day, a month or a year, and I need to get some clarity on that as well. Now on to the surveyor's part. He hasn't provided me with a certificate of lodgement to prove that he's actually lodged it to the local land registry, which for me is very important, because obviously if he hasn't done that, then that means he hasn't done the due diligence on his end to even check the land registry to see if there's another registration against that parcel of land, which may be indicative that the land has already been sold to someone else already and it's just being resold to me. So potentially you're now going to have 2 people claiming rights to this parcel of land. That's one fallout that could come from this. The other fallout is, if you haven't registered that survey, then again there is no it's not known to the local government that this land has even been sold, or that I have interest in this particular land. So for me it's very important that that's registered. Then I'll ask him about the plan number. The plan number is incomplete on the survey document. I would have uploaded a picture, but unfortunately the pictures that I'm getting from back home isn't very clear, and I'd rather not even upload a picture. Moving on from that, the survey document has the wrong dates on it, so he certified it as being the original copy but put in the wrong date, so he's put in 2017, whereas I bought the property literally just in the last sort of month or so it should at least have the year 2020 in there. And then finally, he hasn't provided me with a receipt for the lodgement of the survey document. Anyways, thank you. Let's get started. I'm going to give them a call and we'll take it from there. The reason why it's not working is because I've banned my phone from being able to make any international calls. So I'll try and get him on a WhatsApp. Right, doesn't sound like he's going to answer. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. How are you, sir? How are you, sir? Sir, hello, sir. It's John. John speaking. John buying the land.
Yeah.
How are you, sir? Are you okay?
Are you hearing me?
I can hear you, sir. I can hear you, sir. Yeah. So I'm where there's okay. I'm gonna see some questions. I'm gonna see some questions in Challenge. You have to go Basalo. If I now, you have to go and say come on before dating Louis. So first one, obviously, ma do question from go man. I'm do quite question surveyor. Man, I'm post surveyor. Come on, cool. Obviously, the original surveying go what you go from the community. With a plot I go marked in there in your bay you have to go so you know came on my fear man I went and cow okay, no problem. I'll do that. The next one, sir. The next one. You know, usually, we don't put the full dates just for future. Go. So in future, on my future, Manaden, any. Yes, Manaden, I can't the year at all. So, you can't go. Okay, that's fine, no problem. That's in Kemunai done. Okay. So I finish here now. I will go there. No. To you. But the map, the original map, about 300 something like that. Exactly. Okay, no problem. The next one, Keta will for is a question for the surveyor, man, and say of course, Ongo can they go there from. So Kemunai bar first before Mana surveyor, but this okay. Okay, so what? It's your company later. It's your can enjoy the remaining 3 questions, Keta. No, okay, can enjoy your Keta. Okay, the certificate of registration for survey plan. I don't have. You go. Usually, you survey plan. You register with Ministry of Land. You know, certificate of deposits. You go. Or here. The plan number, the incomplete. The plan number would just to the first 4 digits or about the final digits. You have to go. The plan number, the incomplete. The survey book are the wrong dates. You have to go. The survey book that it was certified for in 2017, which the wrong gonna call. I going to this year. You have to go. Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. And Manusa. So your plan now with lodgement now. Yeah. Is about 1 acre. Yeah. It's about 180,000 to 200,000. Okay. 1 acre. Okay. You know what I'm saying? This last year, going to increase the Delta State surveyor lodgement. Okay. So if I want to make over 3 people, that's they got back that year. Okay. Oh, why would you hold yeah? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so later in the evening, Kaiku. No problem, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Later in the evening, Kaiku. Yeah. I am Kodowa. Okay. Bye. Send me your WhatsApp number, because. Okay, yes, sir. All right, bye, sir. Bye. Apologies for speaking in my language. It was just the easiest way to communicate with him. And also, I needed him to understand that I was very grounded and I knew exactly what I was talking about. Because if I spoke in English, he would sort of suss that obviously he knows I live abroad, but he will suss that maybe I'm not really, I'm not very knowledgeable in terms of the Nigerian side of things. But from once you speak the language, they know, all right, so he's not just a foreigner. We've got to treat him with respect, and I called him the right level of respect, essentially speaking. But for those of you wondering, so he said he was able to answer the first sort of few questions. He's at a funeral right now, so we weren't able to finish up the conversation. We'll continue later on, but he's going to send the original survey to me, and then he's going to send over the full memorandum of sale that he bought the land with the full dates on it as well. If you remember, we talked about that at the very start, and then he also explained the reason why the dates on the survey document is different. I do not agree with it, and I still want to get that rectified. But we'll talk about that in more detail later on, and hopefully I can then answer all the other questions included in there. But it's something to do with, they've backdated it, you know, to make it cheaper. But I'm like, I don't like backdating. I'd rather put the money forward and be transparent and get it done right the first time around, so that it doesn't cause any issues in future. Anyways, that's that from myself. Thank you very much for watching. I know this video doesn't really apply to a lot of people, but I thought it would be a good video to put out there, bearing in mind that I've already talked about buying land in Nigeria. So it will be a good video to put out there in terms of doing your due diligence and just understanding how my brain works, especially when I'm making purchases back home. Anyways, I'll keep you guys updated, and hopefully everything gets resolved in good time, and see you guys soon.